Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, consistency, we're getting there. If you're new, I'm Chris Milan, nice to meet you if we haven't met yet. In today's video, I thought I'd do a Q&A for my OGs who've been here since the beginning, and if you have any questions, I asked you guys to ask me on my Instagrams. If you missed that, then you should probably follow me on Instagram at Chris Milan, and you should probably watch my stories if you follow me on Instagram and you didn't see this. Yeah. Let's start from the very beginning. What achievements are you most proud of? And is there anything you could have done differently? What achievements am I most proud of? I am proud of starting my podcast at the CEO Tape. If you guys don't know about that, you should check out my podcast because it's kind of amazing. I'm also proud of building an online space that actually inspires people, which I still find crazy now that people say that, you know, me sharing things inspires them. So that's always flipping amazing. And I'm also proud of being financially independent. Now, I'm not saying I'm rich or nothing, but I haven't had to ask my parents for money in a long time. So, I mean, we must be doing something right. And is there anything that you could have done differently? If this is in regards to life in general, 100%. There's a lot of things that I could have done differently. Let's say one, I have spent a lot of money on stupid things. And if my mom's watching this, she was just talking to me about this morning, but I'd say I would spend a little bit less. However, I think that everyone needs to make their own money mistakes in order to be financially savvy, so I might do a video on that actually. But that's probably one thing that I do differently. I would have believed in myself a little bit sooner because I'm doing things now that I could have done before, but the only difference between me now and me then is the belief. Nothing's changed. I think that's two things I would have done differently. What are you doing now that you dropped out of uni? God, why you gotta say it like that? For those of you who don't know, I did go to university and I did decide to also leave university. I took 2 years of a gap year, then I went to university for 6 months, and then I thought, bye. So now that I've left university, I do work full-time as a social media exec. As I said in my last, if you guys haven't seen it yet, please do check out my last video, and it talks about how I got started in my career without actually needing university, so make sure you watch that. How do you motivate yourself when you think your content isn't good enough? One, I try my best to make my content better. So personally, I hate filming at night with like lights. I love natural lighting. However, I live in the UK, I work full time, which means that's not practical. So I made sure that my lights and my lens were on point to make sure that the quality was good enough. And I will keep redoing things until I get it to a place that I want it to be. Also, it's very easy to think that your content's not good enough compared to everyone else's, but still put it out anyways because you can only improve on it. If you keep holding stuff back because it needs to be better, you'll never really know how people take that content in, and you'll also, sometimes you upload it and realize it was never that bad in the first place, but I think we have to be okay with imperfection, because if we keep trying to do things perfectly all the time, we'll never keep progressing. And also with staying motivated, you'll never be motivated all the time. My next podcast episode is going to be on this, if you guys make sure you stay tuned for that. But you'll never be motivated all the time. You have to do things, you have to push through and just keep doing things even if you don't feel like doing them, because you'll be happy with yourself for sticking it through. And I prefer that feeling than being upset with myself for never doing it in the first place. So yeah, that's my advice on that. What have you been up to? I've been working. I've been collecting coins and soul searching also, which has been going great. How's your mental health? It's actually pretty good right now. I'm a little bit tired because I've been doing a lot, but everything that I'm doing has been good stuff, so That's all. My mental health is okay. We're doing okay today, but that answer might change tomorrow. Who knows? Great thing about being in a relationship. Oh, okay. Okay. There's a lot of great things, to be honest, but let's just say being so close to someone that's so well aligned with you, I don't think anything's ever going to beat that feeling. But just being so aligned with someone and in tune with them is honestly just amazing. What keeps you going? I've told myself over and over again that I cannot live this life without trying to be amazing. So it keeps me going, the thought that if I don't try, I'll never know how far I can get. And if I stop trying, I'm just gonna be doing mediocre things that I don't want to do because I'm not a mediocre person. So it keeps me going, thinking about the type of life that I'm trying to live, and it's not a regular one, so you girl gotta keep going. How have you been doing? Missed your videos. Honestly guys, thank you for rocking with me through everything. And I was watching some of my old videos the other night and I honestly started tearing up because we've come a long way, and I'm glad that we're back and in our element, trying to be anyways. So I've been good. I'm good now. I've had my ups and downs, but I'm great. What are your aspirations 10 years from now? Oh, this is a nice question. Okay, 10 years from now, I'll be 31. Ew! I miss being asked this question and saying, oh, in 10 years I'll be 25. 31. Okay, 10 years from now, to be financially free, in a sense where I'm so comfortable that I don't need a job to make money. Like, I'll have my own thing going on that can keep running if I don't feel like going into work today. You know what guys, I realized that rich people still work, and I've been saying this to everyone, but like apparently this is forever, and I actually want to have babies in 10 years from now. Like I've realized, do you know what? I've never actually had maternal instincts up until now, so I want to have some babies, and I want a banging closet that has Chanel bags, so that too. When are you starting back with natural hair videos? Natural hair videos will no longer be on my channel. They will now be on my IGTV. And I actually did some amazing hairstyles this week. I might film them and do like a week with my natural hair, something like that. So follow me on Instagram. Are you still taking Aptamin? No. Aptamin is a short-term solution to a long-term problem, and I've decided that I can't have my quick fixes. Aptamin is a great way to kickstart your appetite and learn the type of foods that you like eating, that you don't like eating, or to just bulk up real quick, but you do deflate. Like when I was on Aptamin, my ankles were fat, my arms were fat, my face was fat. It was a sweet time, but one, I don't think that's healthy for you, and two, it's not sustainable. So I had to learn how to eat without it, and I'm pretty bad at it, I'm not gonna lie, but I've been doing like a gut cleanse for other reasons. So I've been learning like how to eat healthily while still, you know, maintaining weight. So I'm trying not to need Aptamin anymore because one, it's actually not even legal in the UK, which I just found out. And yeah, so no more Aptamin. How do you keep your weight on? I do not. My weight actually fluctuates between small and medium. I never thought I'd be the person where weight's an issue, but gaining weight is so difficult. Eating is so difficult because I have to cook food. Like, I'm busy right now. I don't have time for all of that. Like, I need a chef. So I don't keep my weight on. I just try. That's all I can do. But there's certain type of foods. If you haven't watched my How I Gained Weight video, the foods that I was eating while I was taking Aptamin are foods that you can take while trying to gain weight anyways. So I recommend watching that video if you're looking for weight gain help. What's gonna happen with the CEO table? So if you guys don't know what the CEO table is, you should probably follow me on Instagrams. So the CEO table was in a beta phase, and while I'm planning the next phase, this is going to take a lot more manpower and a lot more time and a lot more careful strategic planning than the first phase. The first phase taught me a lot about what exactly it should be and what exactly it can't be, because the way it wasn't quite sustainable. So we're currently adjusting the business model to ensure that it's something that has longevity, but yeah, that's what's happening with the CEO table right now. What music are you into? Anything black? Are you thinking of leaving the YouTube space and focusing more on your podcast? No. However, I am trying to decipher between what goes on which. My podcast is more a space for deep thinking about one particular topic, and my YouTube is more for tips and tricks. YouTube is not the same without you. You guys are so nice. Honestly, to hear that people say that YouTube isn't the same without me, or that they've been searching for my videos, is insane, because I think I'm my biggest critic, and my opinion was that my videos just weren't that great. They didn't add that much value and they weren't special. So it's really nice to hear, and hopefully this time we're here to stay. How do you stay motivated as a content creator? You don't. There's so many content creators online, there's so much content online, and when you can't keep up, it can be very demotivating. However, if you know why you're doing it, I promise you it will help you stay motivated. And if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you will burn out so fast. If you're doing it for clout, you'll burn out fast. If you're doing it for money, you'll burn out fast. If you're doing it because you love sharing your looks and love inspiring people, or love whatever else it may be, you won't burn out fast. You'll keep being consistent. Even with that, it's also very easy to burn out fast, because of course we all want to see growth in whatever it is we're doing. If we're in a job for too long and we don't see ourselves growing or progressing, then we want to leave. It's just natural. It's a natural thing to do. But if you love it enough, then you kind of can't help but keep going. Because even though I've had my frustrations with being online, because I love it so much, I always seem to find a way back, because it's just where my soul is. So I think you just have to find out why you're doing it, and based on that, see if it's really the place for you. What's the one thing that you can say helps you grow your YouTube channel to what it is today? I had one video about how Instagram baddies Photoshop their pictures, and it exploded. However, up until then, consistency. Literally consistency. Because my videos were not and are not, I don't personally think anyways, any better than anyone else's, but it's just about being consistent and having an audience that trusts that you're going to be here for them the next week, and having content that's pretty decent. Like, people want to see good content too, right? What are your plans for next year? This is actually a great question, because I've been so busy and caught up in 2019 things that I haven't actually started thinking about 2020 things. However, one of my goals for the next year is consistency. I want to be consistent in my content. I want to be consistent in my job. I want to be consistent in my finances. I want to be consistent in my mood. I want to be consistent in how I look. I just want to be a consistent person, because I'm pretty bad at that. I want to be consistent with my eating plans. I want to be consistent with just every aspect of my life, with my saving plans, with my spending plans. I just want to be consistent. What does being Black British mean to you? Do you know what? This is really funny. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was saying how left out I feel of Black British culture, because I'm not British, and I'm living in a place where right now Black British culture, like, it's on the rise, and it's just like, ooh, go guys, like, yay! But I still don't actually feel a part of it. I don't feel very Black British at all. I just feel like I'm Jamaican and I moved to the UK, which might sound controversial, but I mean that in the simplest way. Like, I just don't have a connection with being Black British, because I didn't grow up the same, and I don't have the same childhood memories. I don't sound the same. Like, there's just a lot of things that make me feel different to people who are Black British. I don't know. Hair growth tips: moisture and consistency and protective styling. Who went to Indonesia with you? My man. What camera do you use for your pictures and your videos? For my pictures, I love using my iPhone. I do not like using my camera for pictures. And for my videos, if I'm filming a sit-down video like this one, I will use my Canon 80D with my Sigma 18 to 55mm lens. And if I'm vlogging, I will use my Canon G7X Mark II, which looks like this. How to lose saggy breasts. What are some things that you love about YouTube? Oh, I love YouTube so much. I love seeing how my faves spend their days. I actually don't really like watching makeup videos that much. I just like seeing different people's personalities. It's very calming. I like seeing real people's stories because I think before the online space it was very difficult to see that, but now we can see how our faves live, and it kind of makes us feel more comfortable about our own lives. And it also makes you dream bigger. Like, it makes you see what's possible. What are your greatest lessons from life so far? That's a good question. Save for a rainy day. Be nice to people. And believe in yourself. How do you know your projects will work / launch when you start them? You don't. You test them. If something about it isn't working, you adjust it and you test it again. You will never know if it's going to work until you try. And something could be the craziest idea that you think would never work, and then it does. So never give up an idea before trying it. Those are all the questions I'm going to answer for now, but I hope you guys liked that little update video so you kind of get to know me again. It's been a while, so I hope this was satisfactory information about me. And let me know what other videos you guys would like to see. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.